Hi there, my name is Ben. I've put together this quick training for electrical contractors for a bit of a checklist when it comes to a complete SEO framework. So let's get started. So the first step is your website optimized for conversions? Taking a visitor to a caller, basically contacting you through your website. So there's a few options here. Place the phone number in the top right hand corner of the page. Make it clickable on mobile devices as well. Use authentic images. Try to stay away from stock photos, your trucks, your photos, your team, all that kind of stuff. Place a compelling call to action at the end of each page on the website so it's easy for someone to get in touch. Ensure the website is mobile friendly and it's easy to click around the different elements. Make sure your website loads fast, especially on mobile devices. Use easily visible contact forms on all pages, just so it's easy for people to get in touch, and identify problem pages to improve the user experience and increase that conversion rate. So moving on, is your website optimized for revenue focused keywords? We don't want to really focus on keywords that don't drive too much business, or it's just not going to convert visitors into paying customers. We want to make sure that our website is focused on the keywords that really drive business, drive revenue. So use your main keywords in the title tag of every page of your website. So for example, for electricians, this could be, say if you're an electrician in LA, for example, you could be LA electrician, Los Angeles electrician, commercial LA electrician, anything like that, depending on what specific page we're talking about. And then you can always have your company name as well as a little bit more branded. Create high quality pages for each of your core services. This is pretty important to have different pages for, say if you do residential electrician or commercial electrician services, anything like that. It's just really good to basically create high quality content around specific services that you offer. Make pages for each of the sub-cities or neighborhoods that you service. This is a great way to kind of create localized content to improve local SEO. Have unique and fresh content on every page of your website. You don't want to be copy and pasting content from one page to the other. It's not going to do as well as unique content will in Google search. So check if your website ranks for important keywords related to your business. Example, your city electrical contractor, or your city electrical services, electrical fit out, and other similar keywords. That just makes sure that your website is continually to rank for the keywords that really matter, keywords that people are searching for, those valuable keywords. And create new content like blog content and inbound links back to your website. This is an ongoing basis. You should be always kind of like doing some form of both content creation and link building when it comes to a complete SEO campaign. So now we're going to move on to more local SEO. Is your Google My Business profile set up properly? So you want to claim and verify your Google My Business profile listing. This just helps to implement the information that Google really wants to see when it comes to trusting an electrical contractor in specific areas. Make sure you've got the login account. If you've had an agency to set this up for you, make sure you actually own that account. That is a red flag for some SEO agencies that actually, or digital marketing agencies in general, that actually have control, have the right to that account. So you want to make sure that you're the owner of all that data. Fill out the services you offer throughout your profile, and add your electrical business to every major online directory with the same company name, address, and phone number. This is consistent NAP, NAP being company name, address, and phone number. It needs to be identical across all mentions of your website online or your business online. Make sure to respond to all Google reviews, even the negative ones, or especially the negative ones, in a professional manner. That just helps to generate trust with the user. Use a proactive strategy for getting to new online reviews with each completed job. So this is mainly just asking for those reviews. Typically works the best, and just kind of like see what works with your with your customers and your leads and all that kind of stuff, just to see what gets the most 5-star reviews. So the last page is the tracking in place to gauge your return on investment. When we're talking about SEO, we really want to understand that what's providing a positive ROI. And the best way to do this is track conversions and track revenue. So you want to set up a Google Analytics with goal tracking completion. This is not done automatically and you need to do this manually. It's not too hard to set up, but you want to use an established lead value. So you've got a monetary figure of kind of how much revenue SEO is bringing in month to month. You can do this a little bit easier by implementing contact form submission and on-click mobile call events. So basically you know how people are contacting you and seeing what avenue is really driving that revenue and conversions. You can also set up call tracking using a service called CallRail or another service that is a paid service, but it does help provide a little bit more data when it comes to tracking conversions through SEO. You can also create a Google Data Studio dashboard or Google Analytics report to show revenue generated just in an easier form that kind of like doesn't have all the information that Google Analytics collects. You just want to kind of focus on that revenue. It is important to understanding if SEO is bringing in a positive ROI, and a lot of SEO agency freelancers, SEO kind of campaigns will just focus on traffic and rankings and not really touch too much on conversions, which it's kind of hard to tell if you're making money from SEO without that data. So next, is your site structure organized and easy to navigate? Ensuring content is written so users are quickly able to skim your pages, identify who you are, what you offer, your services, and what you offer them in general. It just helps to a user to understand if they kind of want to contact you further or if they want to read a little bit more, just making it easy to navigate. Make your menu navigation simple, clear, and easy to kind of get around, pretty self-explanatory. Group your services together so they are easy to locate for a user. You don't want a user kind of like have to search the site for 15 minutes to find one service that they're interested in. You want to be able to just differentiate your services like commercial, electrical, residential, industrial, solar, anything like that, just so it's easier for someone to kind of jump around the site as needed. You want to create user-friendly content, simple and clear, and also you want to kind of make sure that you've got those call to action, so the contact form and contact buttons, a little bit easier to navigate to. Including bullet points, outline, simplify the page content and make it a little bit easier for a user to digest. And use headlines to help users locate services, finances quickly, and skim the page a little bit more. It's all a positive user experience. The better a user experience on a page, the more likely they're going to stick around and convert. Okay, so do you have a client intake process in place? Do you have a system or representative available to take calls from all inbound customers? So basically what we're trying to do is making sure there's a sales process. So once SEO starts generating leads and more leads and more leads every single month, you have the capabilities to actually take on those leads and perform the work. Systematically follow up with all client inquiries, even if they don't make sense or if you're not too sure what they mean, just follow up with them. Clients or prospects leads do appreciate that a lot, right? Utilize a 24/7 service line for emergency situations if that's a service you provide. If you don't provide 24 service, electrical services, then it's not really going to make sense to have a 24/7 line, but it is something to be aware of. If you're offering that service, then that is definitely part of the client intake process that needs to be in place. Finally, we're going to touch on social media following. This does help a little bit with SEO, but it doesn't help directly with rankings, but it helps create that brand awareness, which then helps indirectly with branded searches and that kind of stuff. So you want to set up your business profiles on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, wherever you believe that your client base is. That's what you want to focus on first. Where does your clients or leads hang out? Facebook. And Facebook is usually the best one, the most common one for electricians. But some of the bigger companies do well on Instagram, YouTube I've seen as well. Not so much on LinkedIn or Pinterest, but yeah, definitely the first couple for sure. So you want to frequently update your Facebook to increase client engagement. People might then also turn to Google to do a bit more of a search on your company, which helps kind of like Google understand that people are actually searching for the company. A branded search can be a very powerful thing. Consistently share valuable content on your social platforms and use emails to kind of get online reviews and draw customers into your social media profiles, just so they kind of like interact with you a little bit longer, and generating that trust so they'll kind of keep coming back and keep booking your services over time. So it is not directly an SEO service, but it is just something to be aware of, that everything kind of like has helps each other in a way in digital marketing. So yeah, that's the end of this short training course. If you're interested in exploring how SEO can grow your electrical contracting business, I am currently offering free consultations and audits for electricians. You can book your time directly with the link to Calendly in the description in this YouTube video, in the description below. You just click that link and book a time with me, or you can reach out to me directly and ask me any questions that you've got. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a great day.